weight. After the second after the second day, I was already losing weight. So here it is. I was planning on getting my money back, and I'm already losing weight. So right away, I lost 30 pounds. I came out pre-diabetic medicine, cholesterol medicine. And after my second month, I was already earning over $2,500 a month. Just working the business 1 or 2 hours a day, which is just truly unbelievable and just truly amazing. And I couldn't even believe it. Now it's been 18 months, and my own health is the best it's been in 30 years. And I think about the legacy I'm building, and what really gets to me is what I think about when I'm going to be able to leave behind to my special needs daughter. And it's priceless. And I owe it all to this opportunity, and I owe it all to someone being brave enough on Facebook to say, "Hey, let me show you something that has truly worked for me." And guess what, everyone? That's what we're here to do tonight, is to share this amazing opportunity to each and every one of you. And with that, let me turn it over to our first guest of tonight. Is Freddie. Freddie and I met because of this journey, have become amazing friends, and his journey is truly amazing. And you will truly be inspired as you hear his story.
Well, my brother Daryl, thanks for having me on, man, as your guest. And it's just great to see all you great people. And, I was inspired. You say you were inspired. You made a post to be accountable, to lose weight and get healthy. And I think that's really something that's really important for people, but they have to
Yeah.
take the steps.
Yes.
And a lot of people have no idea what to do. And a lot of people look at, like, say, our program, our products, our eating plan, and they're not sure. But you said we have a 45-day, 100% money back guarantee. It's an empty container policy. So I say to this, what does anybody have to lose on 30-day system?
Yes.
But I was inspired because one of my best friends now of 37 years called me, and he said, I just lost 12 pounds and 2 inches of my waist in 8 days, and my energy is unreal. And I said, what are you doing? He said, Singular. And I said, tell me more. And I had to check myself at that time. I was 44 years old. I'm miserable. I'm overweight. I didn't feel good. My health was going south. And I had a family to take care of. And I worked construction. I had a company, and I worked physically hard every day. And you know what I used to think about? I'd lay in bed at night. I'm 44, and I'm like, how am I going to keep doing this for another 10 years? And that's the reality. And so when he called me, I trusted him. And maybe I had an advantage over you because we've been friends for years, and you didn't know this lady. So I ordered it. In 8 days, I lost 11 pounds and 2 inches of my waist. I had some great health benefits. My energy went from 0 to about 5. And when you're tired from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed, especially if you got to work physically, it's hard. And then I went on to lose 19 pounds in 30 days, 36 pounds in 3 months, 50 pounds in 5 months. And I'm down now. I started working out after my 50-pound weight loss. And I'm down 60 pounds. And I've gone from a 44-inch waist to a 32. And let me tell you something. I feel amazing. And thank God for this company and these products. And my whole focus was, I'm going to say this to everybody on this call. Look, it is about making a difference in people's lives. And if making the money that we've made has been life-changing. I mean, I went from where I came from. I didn't graduate high school. I was certainly not a stellar student. I grew up in a really poor area in a house of 5 people that was 300 square feet. Now think about that. And we had brown paneling all over our walls. And so I didn't come from a lot. I had a great family, I will say. And so one of my biggest struggles in my life was, trying to, create a better lifestyle or better life for my family, because I wanted more for my children. But I knew I could help a lot of people. And I knew what I was doing at the time in my life wasn't getting me anywhere. So I'm going to say this. what do you want in your life? And what you're doing today, is it changing your life? You know? And it wasn't mine. And I'm like, I'm gonna go do this. I'm gonna get a ton of people on it, because if it worked for me, it'll work for others. And so I started building the business, and I got a lot of people started. Some of the people on here, I started at the beginning, and we had people getting results. So, well, matter of fact, Troy Alexander's on here. He was the first person I started. I've known Troy since 23 years old, and I'm 59. And he dropped 12 pounds and 2 inches in his waist. He had some great health benefits and in ongoing. And so my first 2 weeks, I earned $600 in commissions. And right now, if you get started tonight, there's a great promo for you to get involved, right? And then went on to make 10,000 my first 3 months. And you know what that was for me? It was promise of the future. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that was promise of the future for me. We get paid commissions every single day. And ongoing, my first year I made 70,000. And ultimately that gave us choices. And I know this may sound crazy, but I was juggling bills. Anybody understand what juggling bills means? Like, these bills are 2 weeks past due, I got to pay them. These bills are due today, and those are going to go over here. That's what juggling bills are. And so I got to a point within that first year, I was writing all my bills out the first day of the month. And, you know, to be excited to pay bills is pretty crazy, but I loved it. And ongoing, I moved forward. And I know this is recorded, so Cynthia, since you're an attorney, I don't know how compliant we got to be, because last time we did it, we didn't record it. But the bottom line is that it's been life-changing for me. It enabled me 5 years in to go full-time, to get up in the morning, to do what I want to do every day, to go to the gym when I want, to take a vacation when I want, to become debt-free. Got my kids through college. They came out with no college debt. And I know this may sound crazy because I didn't graduate high school, but college is expensive. My daughter went to University of Alabama. My son went to Illinois State. I spent $375,000 in 5 years to get them through college, and they came out with no college debt. It gave me freedom, and it gave me time freedom, because then I took care of my mom and dad, who've now deceased. But without this business in my life, they would have probably maybe had to go to a nursing home, and that wasn't for me. And this gave me that. And
hey, Freddie, hold up. You stopped short there of something that I'm not gonna let you get away with. Tell us what you've made.
Okay, well, my worst year was 70,000. My best year in 21, I made $1 million. You know, and I've made I'm just like, I don't know, whatever, a little bit shy of $6 million in earnings. Listen to me. Let me say this to you. It is not about me. And I say that humbly to say, you know, I'm not here to impress people, but to impress upon people that people deserve more, but you got to go after something. You got to have vision. You got to see it.
Yes.
And if we're doing great, and we're changing lives. We're on here to make a difference for people. And so I'll say this, is that I think right now people want some security. They would like to have a better life. They'd like to say yes to more to their children. They'd like to do more for their families. You know, so an extra 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 a month. And that may sound crazy to say, okay, I can make an extra 5,000 a month with a part-time business opportunity and work from my home and from my phone. For some people, there is how can I do that? Well, that's why we're on here. And so I'm just saying it is about making a difference. But I appreciate you, man. I know, you know, again, I know this. I try to be as compliant as I can. Cynthia, you're an attorney.
We're not worried about compliance tonight. We're gonna let it all go.
Hey, trust me, I've already told people, I said, look, when we have these videos, I'm putting it all out there, you know, hey, and then like, because I want everybody to know, you know, where you started at and where each of us have started at and where we're at and where we're going to. And so, no, we're going to be 110% real on this. And thank you for sharing that.
Well, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for having me on, brother. I appreciate you so much.
All right.
And I don't know if you were in, I guess I'm supposed to introduce Cynthia,
Yeah,
right?
there you
So
go. You got it.
let me do that. This is a lady that is like unbelievable. She is way smarter than me. She's an attorney. She's in West Virginia. Well, at her time was one of the top attorneys in all of West Virginia. And you know what? She had an amazing result on the product, and you're going to hear it. But she had vision, and this is a passionate woman. And so, Cynthia Evans, great to see you.
Thanks, Freddie. Love you. So Freddie and I got started here right around the same time, and it has been an amazing ride. And we are, you know, this is another beauty of this company, is that all the leaders work together. We truly love each other. I would do anything for any leader in this company. Doesn't matter if they're on my team, not on my team, it doesn't matter. And that is a lot different than other companies out there.
Yes.
I'm going to tell you a little bit about my story, and then I'm going to cover why this, why now, and how to get started. Okay. So I'm going to talk pretty fast. One of my other occupations is I have an auctioneer's license, and I could talk really fast if you want me to, but I won't talk that fast. So my name is Cynthia Evans. I am from Buffalo, West Virginia. I'm an attorney by trade. I've been an attorney for over 30 years. When I got started here, I owned my own legal practice. I had done that for years, sued the school boards when they rape, molest, and abuse kids. Horrible, horrible things. I'm a cancer survivor as well. I had lymphoma, stage 3 lymphoma. What it made me realize is life is too short. And if I lived through the cancer, there's a reason I lived through the cancer. My feeling is that God was not done with me, and I'm here to inspire others and help people grow. And that is something I could not do practicing law, because the only person at that law firm that was going to make the most money was me. And with this, I can actually take people in a level playing field, doesn't matter what your background, what your degree or no degree, and I can lift you up higher than me. And that's an amazing thing. But when I got started here, I did get started for the weight loss. I felt really just fat. I'm only 5 feet tall. I dropped 4 pounds in the first 2 days, which is more weight than I had lost doing anything else, including working out with a personal trainer for over 1.5 years and spending over $13,000 on that. I quickly learned that there was an opportunity here, because I told my sister and my friends, you know, hey, you got to get this stuff. They got it at wholesale, just like me. And my very first check was $75. And you know what? That might not seem like a lot, but I knew something. If I made $75 and it worked at a tiny level, if I did more of that, it was going to work at a big level. So my first month here, I made $2,500. My first year here, I made over $100,000, and that was while I was working 100 hours a week in my legal practice. That's very important to realize, because I was a trial lawyer. I took that legal stuff to bed with me. I worked around the clock. My son was in 9th grade. He was not driving. He was in 2 different sports, and I never missed a thing. So working all of that and still fitting this into my day, mostly on the toilet texting and whatever it took, I made $100,000 the first year. It's grown ever since. My biggest months during 2020, like 100,000 a month. I mean, holy cow. So you just think about that. If you have a check like that, and you times that out over 12 months, I mean, you could give yourself a $1.2 million raise. And the thing is, I have people on my business team that have made way, way more than that. So this is the thing, like, you can grow as big as you want. You know, I know Tony's going to ask me, so I'm like Freddie. I'm just a little shy of making 6 million here so far. And, but I have people on my business team that have made 10, 11 million so far that started after me. So it doesn't matter if you're sitting there saying, oh, it's one of those pyramid things. No, it's not, because you can get started right now. You can pass everybody else up in the company. And we've had people do that. So if you want to pass Freddie and I up, get started tonight. But let me tell you, so what happened that changed my life was that I didn't have to be on a judge's schedule anymore. I didn't have to have the overhead and the employees and everything that was stressing me out anymore. Once I started making the income, I started weaning myself out of my legal practice, and I was able to retire at a really young age. So that's been exciting. There's all kinds of free trips that you get, and you can travel the world. You can, work from anywhere. Let me tell you why this, because there's a lot of companies out there. So if you're making a list of why this compared to everything else, let me just tell you. Number one, it is not trivial. We are in the health and wellness industry, and your health is literally the only thing that you can't live without. When that's gone, you're gone. So it's not trivial. Nobody on their deathbed really cares what kind of makeup they're wearing, what kind of purse they're carrying, what kind of car they're driving, or anything else. So any other business out there, if it's not health, it's trivial. Secondly, we have a consumer network. So if you're sitting there saying, I'm not a salesperson, you don't have to be, but you know how to swallow, you know how to eat, you know how to take things, you know how to swallow, and you need them for your body. It's a consumer network. You're going to be eating and drinking and taking things anyway. You might as well get paid for it. Third, it's daily pay. We're the only company I know of that pays you every single day, every single day. I made my first connection in 2009, and I've been paid every single day since 2009 on that one connection. You do the work once, you get paid forever. Fourth, it's recurring income. It's residual recurring income. I don't know if people understand what that means. You do the work once, it pays you forever. It comes in whether you're awake, whether you're asleep. And number five, it's a willable income. So it can come in even if something would happen and you would pass away. So it creates legacy income. And that's so important to me, being a cancer survivor. I've always made more money than anybody else in the family. So if something would have happened to me and my brain was dead or whatever, then the money would be gone. With this, if something would happen to me, the money would pass to my husband, to my son, and it's a legacy, and it goes forever. Then number six, we have the largest global bonus pool in the industry. What does that mean? It's like a profit sharing plan. Those pay out monthly. So you've got your daily pay and residuals that pay out every day. And then we also have global monthly bonus pools, which are profit sharing, that you can earn 12 different ones of those. Number seven, it's income without overhead. That was so important to me because my overhead at my legal firm was running me about 30 grand a month. Here, you know what my overhead is? A cell phone. And you already own one. I don't even own a computer. I'm on my phone right now. I can sit on the beach and I can work from my phone. You can work from your phone. I think it was Fortune magazine that did a study. The average person looks at their phone every 5 seconds of the day. Why are you not making money from it? You do not need any special equipment. It's income without overhead. There's no stocking products. There's no retailing products. There's no shipping. There's no employees. There's no building. There's none of that. So no overhead. Number 8, it's a level playing field. Said that before. You don't need to have a degree. You don't need to have any background experience with this or anything like that. Number 9, you can work from anywhere. That's the trend right now. People want to work remote. They want to work from home. During 2020, a lot of employers let their people work from home, and people did not want to go back. And so one of the number one Google searches out there is income from home, work from home. You can do that here. Number 10 is 24/7 support. We've got all kinds of social media groups that you have for free. We have trainings. I have trainings once a month at my place for free. We have trainings online for free. We have so much support. We have support through each other and through corporate and through everywhere. Number 10 is a great culture, and the people work together. I've never seen a company that gets involved so much with the people that are building. And just for instance, Mark Walker is one of the co-founders of the company. He was just here. He just left on Sunday.
Will your job pass on your income,
He was here all weekend.
your income?
Debbie, can you
Your job.
mute your phone?
Me?
Yeah, your phone's not muted.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry. So we have a great culture. We're able to have corporate helping us one-on-one, coming in and helping us do whatever. it's an amazing thing as a partnership between corporate and the field. And I've never seen that anywhere else. I've also never seen leadership work together the way we do. Just like we talked about, Freddie and I are not on the same team, but we work together and can do things together like that. So that's why this is so different. And back to the residual income, there's a lot of companies where you have to jump through hoops and loops to earn $1 of residual income. You might have to have like 3 or 4 people started before you start earning anything. You get to earn residual income day one with just helping one person. It doesn't matter. If one person gets started to use the products, you're going to get paid residual income from that as well. Now, why now? Why now? Because why not? But why now? Because of the market trends. Look at the market trends. Again, everybody wants to work remote. People want to work from home. It is the #1 Google search about employment is how do I work from home? Second, inflation is high right now. People need money. People need money. Don't be afraid to talk about it. Churches hand out a dish for it every single Sunday. If you're not talking about it and asking your friends, hey, what are you doing right now to make additional income on the side? If they're not doing anything, they need to be doing something. Not just because we want them to or because they need it, but did you know that the average person, if they just work for somebody else and they are an employee, they're literally throwing away, and these are old numbers, an average of $20 a day in tax deductions that they could be taking that they're not taking. And with this rate of inflation that's happened in the last few years, it's even higher. I would venture to say it's more like $40 or $50 a day that they could be taking that they're not taking. So you already pay for your phone, write it off. You already pay utilities in your home, write it off. You already buy things for yourself that are supplements and things, write them off. You already have a car. You pay for gasoline and car expenses, write that off. There's so many things. You already pay for your internet access, right? Write it off. There's so many things out there that you're already paying for that are already an expense, and you are not taking into consideration all of the tax benefits that Congress put into place for you as a home-owned business. You can write those things off, and on paper, you can make less money than it looks like you're making and get all these tax benefits that business owners enjoy. And I always said I could never go work for somebody else, even as a lawyer, because I was missing out on all the tax breaks that I got from owning my own law firm. And no one else is going to make money at the firm. I'm not going to make money. You're not going to make more money than your boss. You're not. So you've got to own your own business to make the most money. But even if you love what you do, you can add additional income without interfering with your current career and still take all the tax breaks. And what would you like to do with it? What do you want that you can't get doing what you're doing right now? Would you like to pay off debt? Would you like to make home improvements? Would you like to take more vacations? Would you like to pay for special needs services for your child if you have a special needs child? Would you like to pay for extracurricular activities for your kids? Would you like to put more money into retirement so you could retire younger? What would you like to do that you can't get doing what you're doing right now? I wanted time freedom, and maybe that's what you want too. Write down what you want. So the other reasons of why now, let's talk about the industry we're in. We're in the health and wellness industry. Why? Because it's huge and it's not trivial. We covered that part, but let's specifically look at it. So health and wellness alone is growing. It's going to be a $5.6 trillion industry by 2030. That's huge. It's growing. Weight loss. Let's talk about weight loss. It's a $93.8 billion industry right now, and it's continuing to grow. Just the weight loss injections alone, over 9 million people a month are lining up for those, and they're still growing. Our company actually created the very first natural alternative to boost your own personal GLP-1 production in your body, so you don't have negative side effects. You're not going to have the same things that are bringing the class action lawsuits that those injections have. That is huge, okay? So get on that trend of something natural instead of something harmful. Also, gut health. 99% of everything that happens in your body starts in your gut, including cancer, which I had, Okay. So gut health alone is a $106 billion industry growing by 2033. Get a part of that. Grab a piece of these trends, these market trends from your phone, and have a business that you can have a global, international, multi-million dollar business from your phone. You can have that. Okay. It's amazing. So, how are you going to get started? Let's just cover that really quick. We have many ways to get started. First thing I'm going to tell you is I want you to get back to the person who invited you here, because there's many different ways to get started. You can get started to make money anywhere from $200 up to, several $100s. But I'm going to say this, even if you got started with the very biggest pack that we have for like $600, it's still way less than the price of your cell phone. And it's a tax deduction. And if you can't swing that right now, guess what? We have Klarna built into our website. So you can make payments on that. So that's like $150 payment to get started. We can literally take that $150 or $200 payment, whatever it is, and spend that, turn that in. You get about 6 people started with you, turn that into several $1,000s right away. So people want to know, like, when I get started with a business, how soon can I earn my money back? Well, in most businesses that are out there, it takes 5 to 8 years to turn a positive dollar. But here, you can literally do it the next day. I mean, I've had people get started and earn all their money back the very first day. You can definitely do it the first week or the first month, whatever you want, but it does not take long to earn your investment back. I earned my investment back the very first day here. No, I'm sorry. First day that I talked to people. I had been on the products for 2 days. On my third day, I earned all my money back. That's when I opened my mouth and I said, hey. So that's the thing. And you're going to find like-minded people like you that are sick of this inflation. They want to make money. All you have to do is ask people around you, hey, are you looking for another way to make money? Are you looking for another way to make money? When they say yes, you say, I'm going to hook you up with info. And that's what we're going to do. And then we will show you the steps to take. We will do it with you. You're in business for yourself, but you're not in business by yourself, because you have all of us. So I always have people that say, oh my gosh, I could never do what you do. I couldn't remember all that stuff. You don't have to. We have tools for that. We have people to help you. We have you've got a whole success line here to help you with everything. We're going to hold your hand. We're going to help you through it. We just got a whole bunch more money dumped into our compensation plan. You can earn so much money your first month here. It's ridiculous. We didn't even have any of that when I started. So you're going to get started. 2 reasons I suggest you get the biggest package. Number 1, it's going to open up all the levels of pay for you. Now you can start lower and upgrade later, but we have 8 levels of pay. Why not open them up with your very first order? Also, it's a tax deduction. So that's cool. And also you have 100% money back guarantee on your very first order. So try everything. Make your first order the biggest order you ever make, because you'll never order that again. You'll never, ever order a big order again. One time, you do it one time. Then you're just going to use what you want for yourself, whatever, after that on a monthly basis, whatever you pick, just like going to the grocery store, you pick what you want to use. Okay. So we talked about Klarna. So yeah, no excuses. You could also use Affirm and have no money down, but get started with the opportunity. Imagine earning your money back. Imagine changing the life of your family, the income for your family. And maybe you can only see making an extra $500 a month, then make it. But maybe you need more. For me, I wanted $30,000 a month to pay the law firm bill, so I didn't have to chase it down every month, and I could have some peace of mind. I did that within 3 years here while I was still working full time. So that's a kind of money, and then it grew from there. We can help you earn all your money back and several thousand, and then scale it up from there. It's what you want. So, that's something I want you to talk about with the person who invited you here, is how much money can you see for yourself? Maybe you only see a couple $100 extra a month. Maybe that's all you can see. But maybe you can see several thousand a month. Maybe you can see 50,000, 100,000 a month, more than that. maybe you can see bigger. It doesn't matter. It's up to you. So that's what we're saying. We have something for everyone. Find your fit. Find your way to get started. Find how much you want to make per month and let's do it. And if you don't do it, what are you going to do? What are you going to do to overcome the things that the problems you have right now? Because most people are obsessed with money. They obsess over it, worrying how they're going to pay bills. Will their debit card be approved when they go to the cash register at the grocery store? It's an obsession and it's not a good one. It's because they're worried. And we want to take that worry off your plate. So if you don't do this, who loses? You lose, your family loses, and other people that you could help lose. So get started. We're going to help you get started. We're going to do it with you. And we're going to show you the way. And we're going to show you the money. So I'm going to shoot this back to Tony. Thank you so much for having me on here. We're super excited to help all you guys. And any questions that you have, we're happy to answer. We're happy to work with you.
All right, thank you, Cynthia. Thank you, Freddie. Really appreciate that. Cynthia, if you want to stop the recording right now, because I want to be able to open this up for anybody that has any type of questions. So I want to spend this time